evening, everyone. Welcome to Let's Study Abroad September edition part 2 that's held today, 27th of September 2021. I'm very glad to see all of you here participating in our event with great interest. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur, as your Master of Ceremony today. And as always, before we start our session, I will read some rules that you have to follow during today's event. Starting from the very first rule, please enter the Zoom meeting 15 minutes before the scheduled time. Second, please change your display name to name underscore your student number or NRP, or the sample will be sent through the chat box by the committee. You can start changing your name now. And third, please use the LSA September 2021 virtual background, which we have attached on the email we have sent you, or through the link sent in the chat box. If there is any problem, it is allowed to not use the virtual background. Fourth, please mute your microphone during the session unless it is allowed by the MC. Fifth, please turn on your camera as the requirement to get stamp for it. It will be checked in the middle of the session and at the end of the photo session. If there is any problem, please ask permission from the contact person in our poster. And then 6, participants who wish to ask questions, please drop your question in the Zoom chat box by using the format your name underscore student number underscore your question, or you can use the raise hand feature. 7, participants have to fill out the attendance form and feedback form as the requirements to get stamp for it. Please note that the link will be closed 30 minutes after being shared. 8, after the presentation and before joining the breakout room, please change your display name to university underscore your name underscore your student number. You can see the example through the chat box later. For participant who doesn't change the display name before the breakout room session, you will be assigned randomly to the breakout room. And then lastly, for participant, please check the Stanford regulation, which can be accessed at bit.ly/regulation Stanford it. Okay, so now please fill the attendance form. It is being shared by our committee in the chat box. And please remember that you will not be able to fill it once the form is closed. And while we are waiting for the participant to fill out the attendance form, I will explain briefly about what our event is. Let's Study Abroad, LSA, is a discussion and consultation session by ITS university partners from all around the world for all student levels. Today, we have representatives from 3 of our partner universities. The first one is the representative from Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Science, Germany, Ms. Marina Zielke, the incoming students advisor of the International Office, and Ms. Jessica Maya from the Division Short-Term Study Programs, and then the representative from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, UTM, Dr. Ahmad Fadil bin Yusuf as the manager in student mobility of global education experience, and Ms. Zeti Raihan, the senior assistant and manager of inbound mobility. And last but not least is the representative from Dalian University of Technology, China, Ms. Wang Ren, the program coordinator of international relations. Okay, so today's agenda will start with a speech from the person in charge of LSA September, and then continued by an opening statement from the senior manager of ITS Global Engagement Office on Promotion and Mobility, and then each partner university will share about the institution and their programs. After that, we will have a panel discussion session where you will be able to ask about general question only that will be answered by each university's representatives. Then you will enter the breakout rooms, and there you can ask more specific questions, and there will be one room for each partner, and you can ask more detailed questions and consult with the representatives. Okay, without further ado, we will continue to our first agenda. We will listen to an opening speech from the person in charge of LSA September, Dea Amaris Milenia. 2 million, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Nur, as the MC for this event. Good night. Welcome to LSA September edition part 2. My name is Dea Amaris Milenia, It's such an honor for me to speak on behalf of the committee. I would like to express my appreciation to the Senior Manager of ITS Global Engagement Office on Promotion and Mobility, Bu Oktavianti Dwi Wahyurini, and Manager for Contact and Mobility Program, Mas Wahyu Islami Pratama, and our university partner, Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences, Ms. Marina Zilke, and Ms. Jessica Mayer. And of course, University Teknologi Malaysia, UTM, Dr. Ahmad Fadil, and Ms. Zeti Raihan. And the last one is Dalian University of Technology, China, Ms. Wang Rench, who I respect. And thank you so much to the participant for being here today in LSA September edition part 2. LSA is such discussion and consultation session by ITS universities partner from all around the world, and every ITS student can join this program. For today, we have 3 universities partners, which are first is Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences, Germany. Second is Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, UTM. And the last is we have Dalian University of Technology, China. ITS Global Engagement has so many programs to support every ITS students to study abroad, like this event LSA, and the second is Global Competencies Workshop, and lastly is FS Square from student for student. I hope everyone can take this opportunity so you can prepare yourself for study abroad. Lastly, I hope you can enjoy today's event, LSA Part 2, and have a chance to get new insights and perspective of studying abroad from the representative of each future universities. And that is all from me. Now I will leave the rest to Nur, our master of ceremony today, to move to the next agenda. And thank you so much.
Okay, also thank you very much for Milan and for your efforts and elaborate speech. Okay, so I hope everyone is excited to join this event until the end. All right, now I will proceed to our next agenda. There is an opening statement from the Senior Manager of ITS Global Engagement Office on Promotion and Mobility, Dr. Oktavianti Dwi Wahyurini. To Ibu Oyen, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Noor, for kind introductions. To our honorable guests from Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences, Germany, Ms. Marina Zilke, Incoming Students Advisor, International Office, Ms. Jessica Mayer, Short-Term Study Programs and International Office, Debug, and then from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, Dr. Ahmad Fadil bin Yusuf, Manager of Student Mobility, Global Education and Experience, Ms. Zeti Raihan Haji Muhammad Yassin, Senior Assistant Registrar Manager for Inbound Mobility, and also Ms. Wang Rengxi from Dalian University of Technology, China, the Program Coordinator of International Relations. Good afternoon and also good evening, everyone. Welcome to the ITS Let's Study Abroad. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed partners from Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, and also from Dalian University of Technology, China, for their willingness to participating in this event. As a university that is keen to be a world-class university, having the students to experience international exposures is essential for ITS. For the past 5 years, we have sent 2,800 of our students to 33 countries across the globe to participate in various mobility programs, including student exchange, short program, and also internships. And according to the QS 2021 edition, ITS urban mobility is the strongest in Asia. Indeed, the global pandemic has made it difficult for us to do the physical mobility. However, it also has been proven that the pandemic does not stop us to strive in creating innovations in mobility program. ITS is very thankful for the incredible supports from our partners, as the mobility program will not be possible without the strong partnerships between us. The LSA allows ITS students to connect with ITS international partners and help them to identify international programs that meet their needs. I am very hopeful that ITS students will take this wonderful opportunity by actively engage in discussions and asking questions regarding living costs, academic life, accommodations, and so on. I'm gladly to open this exciting program. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Bu Oin, for the opening statement. We hope that this session can motivate us to participate in future programs held by our partner universities. Okay, let's move on to the next agenda. The next agenda is a presentation by the representatives of University of Applied Science, Germany, Ms. Marina Zielke and Ms. Jessica Meyer. To the respective representatives, the time is yours.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. I hope you can hear me okay. Yeah, my name is Marina Zielke. I'm in charge of exchange students that come to Darmstadt for a semester or two. And I'm joined here today by my colleague, Jessica Meyer, and she's in charge of our short-term programs. Of course, you will find out about these programs in a bit. I will try to share my screen now. I hope it works. So you should be able to see my presentation. Is that correct?
Still like, yeah, we can see Ms. Marina.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Okay, so we will talk a little bit about studying at HDA. HDA is our abbreviation for Hochschule Darmstadt, University of Applied Sciences, because it's a very long name. So we go by HDA. And just to keep you interested a little bit, we have a little teaser. So if you want to find out why German squirrels are a bit different from regular squirrels, just make sure you listen until the very end of our presentation. Okay, so first of all, when you think of Germany, you probably think of cities like Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, Frankfurt, or Cologne. You probably don't really think about or think of Darmstadt, and you may not even know where Darmstadt is located. And this is just a little picture to give you an idea. So Darmstadt is actually located very, very centrally in Germany. It's located in the Rhine-Main area. The Rhine and the Main are both rivers in Germany, which is why it's called Rhine-Main. And it's a city that is surrounded by a lot of other large cities. So by exploring Darmstadt, you would also be exploring other cities. And it's located in one of the main economic hubs, not only of Germany, but actually of Europe as well. Yeah, and as you can see, you have this whole net of cities around Darmstadt to give you an idea. We'd also like to show you a little bit of some pictures of Darmstadt, just to give you an impression. I will not talk about the pictures in detail here. It's just to, so you know what you get yourself into if you decide to study with us. That's actually my favorite building in Darmstadt. Yeah, so yeah, Darmstadt definitely has a nice, cute side. Okay, so let's talk some hard facts. We will talk about our two exchange programs that we have on offer. The first one is the classical study abroad semester, where you can come to Darmstadt for a semester or two and join classes and study as a regular student. And the other one is the short-term program, and my colleague Jessica Meyer will talk about this in a bit. And short-term programs usually run for 2 to 3 weeks, so that's an option if you don't want to spend 5 to 10 months abroad. All right, let's start with the study abroad semester. So these are our semester dates, just to give you an orientation. Our first semester runs from September through the end of February. And then our second semester begins through the end of. We offer German taught classes as well as English taught classes, and our English taught classes comprise the following fields of study, such as animation and game design, business administration and economics, business psychology. Also offer classes in English at the in computer science, software engineering, and data science. The design department offers English taught classes. So does the department for engineering in the classical engineering fields such as electrical, mechanical, and plastics engineering. We have English taught classes in information technology as well, in information science, motion pictures and film studies, and in applied sociology and social work. So yeah, so we offer quite a range of English taught classes, and I'm sure there's some overlap with the field studies that you offer. Yeah, we also offer classes that are open to all exchange students, irrespective of what study program you're doing. So you can take German intensive classes in September and March. Of course, we also offer regular German classes throughout the semester. We also have a class that is focused on intercultural aspects, or sort of showing how Germany works. It's called Studying in Germany and Liking It. And we also have, and that's actually very special throughout Germany, classes on social matters for students from every department, sort of to give you an idea of the social aspects, even of engineering and stuff like that. Like, what does it mean to sort of, yeah, if you're an engineer, like you also have a social mission and things like that. Yeah, so these are open to all exchange students. And of course, so I'm in charge of exchange students, and I typically help exchange students all along the way with all of the steps, starting with their application. I help them find classes that are fitting. I help with finding accommodation. We also have rooms in 2 residence halls for exchange students. I, of course, help them with the visa process, because that gets, it's boring, but it has to be done, and someone has to be there to help you. And the visa process is very important, of course. The same is true for taking out a health insurance plan that I discussed with exchange students prior to their arrival. And in general, I prepare students for their stay with us in detail. So at the beginning of the semester, we have a 1-month welcome and orientation month for exchange students that consists of 3 components. Of course, administrative things, like things that you have to take care of, that, you know, the filling out forms and registering with the city, things like that. But to compensate for that, we also do fun things together. And then you also have German language and culture classes. As for our fun stuff, you can see some pictures of, that was one of our trips to Marburg. Marburg is another city in Hessen. It's very, yeah, it's just, I think you will understand if I say it looks very German. Even I, as a German, think it looks very German. So our exchange students usually enjoy that one a lot. And then also we do some activities. For instance, we decorated heart-shaped gingerbread cookies, because they are very typical. They're for German fairs. And then, of course, you know, students being students, some students take things a bit too far. So this is one of the products that we had. It says, sorry if I looked interested, but I'm not. And as you can tell, we have a fun time. That was just in a very ironic way that one of our students did that. And yeah, some hard facts for you, because you're probably wondering, okay, will I be able to afford going to Darmstadt? Our living expenses are roughly 950 euros per month. You can actually, like the rent, I put down 450, but I mean, you can find something for 100 euros less. It just takes a bit more of, of your effort. But of course, I'm always eager to help you out and, check offers. And the same goes for food, clothing, and leisure activities. I put down 200 and 100, but if you live, a certain lifestyle, you can maybe spend less. So that would be up to you. So you can do it for less, is what I'm saying here. There's also 2 one-time payments that are necessary. One is the semester administrative fee. It's 220. It looks like a lot, but it's not, because it gives you a ticket for public transport for 6 months. So you never have to buy a ticket. And it also gives you a lot of student discounts. And then there's also a housing deposit. So landlords want you to pay a deposit, but you will get it back, right? So it's not money that you're losing, it's money that you will actually get back. As for financial matters, we also offer scholarship opportunities for you guys. We have a scholarship, it's called STIBET or STIBET, I actually don't know. And it's 565 euros per month, and you're eligible. If you're interested, you would first have to sort of do the application process, and then you can apply for the scholarship, instead of doing it the other way around. And we're of course happy to receive your applications and to be able to help you out financially with your stay abroad. And a couple of details about the semester administrative fee. It gives you a campus card, and as I said, it's a travel pass for the entire semester, but not only in Darmstadt, but in the entire region. Right, so you can go to Frankfurt for free, you can go to Mainz for free, to Heidelberg, Marburg, to all of these places. And I hear from our exchange students that they really love that. And also our public transport is really good. Like, you can, even at night, you can go to Frankfurt at 3 in the morning. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but if you want to do it, you can do it. And and our exchange students typically enjoy this a lot. Of course, you also get student discounts in movie theaters, in regular theaters, and for other events. That's our application process. So first of all, make sure that you apply for our exchange program at your home university, at ITS. After that, if your application is successful, you'll be officially nominated by a member of staff at ITS. And these are our deadlines. So mid-April for winter semesters, and then mid-October for spring semesters. And then after that, I will get in touch with you and send out more details about the online application form and all the documents that we need. Of course, we're Germany, we need a lot of documents, but it's okay. I will guide you through the process, and we'll make it work, all right? Okay, these are 2 links. So I'm sure that the presentation will be made available to you later. So you can just click on the links and find out, more general information for exchange students, as well as the classes we offer. And if you have a question, just make sure you join our, you either write me an email to incomingint.h-da.de or join my virtual walk-in hour on Zoom, so we can discuss this. Oh, it says Wisconsin time. Sorry, that's a mistake, of course. It should not say Wisconsin time. And and this is, oh, hang on. Can you see the video?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, please let me know in case you can't hear it. This is it started automatically. I wasn't prepared yet.
Okay.
So this is this is a video about about an exchange with HDA, right? So it gives you an impression.
Sorry, Marina.
We can't
I
hear
think
it.
the sound is not hearing.
We
The sound.
cannot hear it.
Yeah, maybe you may click share the sound when you'd like to share. Thank you.
Ah, right. Hang on. So I think I have to stop the.
Yes, stop share.
Stop.
And share again.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I tend to forget that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, while you're preparing, just would like to inform you for the deadline action program is 8 October in ITS. Thank you. Right, that's student, because I saw a lot of student interested to your program. Sorry, yeah.
Perfect. Hang on 1 second. I just have to find the slide again.
Oh, okay. That one.
Perfect. And I will start over. So.
Okay.
Perfect.
This is Sarah. Sarah would like to study abroad for a semester. Germany may be an option for her, but she's not sure which city she would choose. When she thinks of Germany, she thinks of cities like Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, Frankfurt, or Cologne. But she has not heard of Darmstadt so far. Darmstadt is located right in the center of the Rhine-Main region. The Rhine-Main region is one of the main economic hubs of Europe and one of the most cosmopolitan regions in Germany. Large cities such as Frankfurt, Wiesbaden, Mainz, and Heidelberg are very close to Darmstadt. Or as we say in German, they are only a cat's jump away, nur einen Katzensprung entfernt. From Darmstadt, you can easily reach other cities in Germany and Europe by bus, train, or plane. Plus, Frankfurt Airport is only about 30 minutes away. Darmstadt itself has plenty to offer as well. Beautiful buildings, as well as a vibrant culture and nightlife. Also, Darmstadt is the only city of science in Germany. It is home to many well-known research-oriented companies and research institutes. Companies such as Merck, Evonik Röhm, and Telekom, which operate on a global scale, are located here as well. So what does this mean? It means that Darmstadt ranks first in the so-called Future Index 2030, placing ahead of Berlin, Munich, and Hamburg. Most importantly, though, Darmstadt is a friendly city where you can meet people from all over the world. This is why Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences, or HDA as we say, attracts many students from other countries. In fact, about 20% of our students are international students. Classes here are practically oriented, and our professors have many years of hands-on experience in their field. Our study programs range from engineering and business to design and media. What is more, HDA wants to protect the environment. This is why we are constantly creating sustainable technologies and products. For this, HDA has been called an outstanding place of learning for sustainable development by the UNESCO Commission. After your arrival, we will help you get settled at HDA and in Darmstadt. During our orientation days, you will learn about student and campus life, and we will help you with your visa application. We will also take trips to beautiful sites in and around Darmstadt. You don't need to have any knowledge of German when you get here, but you are very welcome to take part in our German classes. If you'd like to study with us, just turn to the international office of your home university and ask whether they have a cooperation with us. We look forward to hosting you as an exchange student here at HDA.
Yeah, so I hope you liked our video. And with that, we will talk about the short-term program. So my colleague Jessica Meyer will take over now.
All right, thank you very much. I'm Jessica, I'm the short-term programs coordinator, and I'm very excited to be here with you guys today. If you, for any reason, you only want to come to Germany for 2 or 3 weeks, our short-term programs in the summer and winter are the perfect opportunity for you. So since the Winter University is coming up very shortly, I want to begin talking about that. So we are offering an international Winter University. And we offer 3 modules, one on international marketing and sales, the other one on sustainable supply chains, and the third one on digital societies. The program is made up of an academic seminar and a German language course. The German language course is mandatory because we believe that learning a little bit of our language helps you to get around and get to know our culture. The program takes place from December 29 until January 15. However, we start with an online with a couple of online sessions in the week of November 1st. The reason is because Hochschule Darmstadt is called a University of Applied Science. So we want to focus on practical and hands-on experience. And once you're here in Darmstadt, we want to focus on excursions and company visits. So we have to talk about the theory of those 3 modules in advance. So this is why we meet once a week online, starting in the week of November 1st to talk about the theory. And then you arrive in Darmstadt on December 29. We celebrate New Year's Eve together. And then you have 2 weeks of academic seminars, German language courses, but the most important thing, you will have lots of fun. Yeah, so I'll show you some pictures of the fun parts. Yeah, now, I guess. So yeah, thank you very much. One of our excursions will bring us to Heidelberg. I'm sure you know Heidelberg or some of the pictures with the old castle and the old bridge. So we're going to the castle and we're going to the old bridge and take a lot of pictures and just have fun together and learn a little bit about the history of that building and the city. Next, please. Then, since it's winter, we're trying to stay inside as much as we can because it can get very cold. I'm sorry about that. So you should definitely bring a winter jacket. So since we cannot go to a climbing park outside, we're doing the climbing inside. So we do some indoor rock climbing. Just so you know, all excursions that we offer and fun activities are voluntary. If you don't want to participate, you don't have to, but it's a lot of fun to do it. So yeah, next. And since it's winter, we have to go ice skating because you just have to do that in the winter. Next, please. Yeah, and this is a picture of the city of Frankfurt. Frankfurt is very close, as you've heard now. And we go up the main tower. Frankfurt is actually the only city in Germany with a skyline, and Frankfurt is very proud of it. So we're going to the very top to look over Frankfurt, yeah, and just enjoy that view. Next, please. All right, and we're also offering a very similar program in the summer. So for next year, the topic will be in transition to a green energy economy. Dates are, so we start on June 10 here in Darmstadt, and the program runs until July 2nd. But here as well, we start with a couple of online classes on May 23rd. The program again is made up of an academic seminar and a German language class. The difference is it's a bit longer than the winter university, and you can earn up to 9 credits. You have to talk to your international office, study abroad office, how that transfers to your credits. Yeah, but you can earn up to 9 credits. And now I want to show you some pictures of the things we do during the summer university. So we're offering a 4-day excursion to Berlin. It's an academic excursion, so there will be company visits. For example, we go to EUREF campus, which is an office complex that sustains itself. We're going to Siemensstadt, which is Berlin's district of the future. We're going to a power plant, the biggest power to heat complex, and we're going to the German parliament. A very exciting and very current topic because we had elections yesterday, and we will talk to the Darmstadt representative at the German parliament about politics, about climate politics. So it will be very interesting. Next, please. And in Darmstadt, we also want to do some excursions. So we're going to Merck. At Merck, Merck is one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world. And we want to see if it's possible to achieve climate neutrality as an industrial company. We want to go to Opel. It's a car manufacturing company, and they will tell us some things about e-mobility. And we go to Fraport, which is the company that runs Frankfurt International Airport, to see how they, how their environmental management works. Okay, next, please. Yeah, and here are some of the fun excursions. So we're going to Rüdesheim, which is in the Rhine River Valley, take a cable car thing up the mountain, hike a little bit, and then go down again, take a boat. So it's a very touristy thing to do. Students love it. It's a beautiful place, as you can see in that picture on the right. Yeah, and then no, it's okay, you can.
Yeah, so Jessica, sorry, we almost running out of the time. Maybe you may keep a bit speed.
Okay, yeah, and then we're also driving a solar draisine since we have a green program. We're doing the climbing outside during the summer university, so we go to the climbing park. And next slide.
Yeah, that was just the fun thing about the squirrel is just the word squirrel in German. It's Eichhörnchen. Apparently, that's very funny. Thank you so much. Danke.
Danke.
And we're happy to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation, Miss Marina and Miss Jessica. Danke. It was very clear and interesting. We hope that our students can be motivated to join programs there. Okay, and then for our participants, if you have any questions, you can deliver your question later in the panel discussion or the breakout room session. I would like to remind all of you that you need to be on cam to be eligible to claim stamp for it. I will be checking on all participants every once in a while. Okay, moving right along, we will have the presentation from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia or UTM from Dr. Ahmad Fadil bin Yusuf and Ms. Zeti Raihan. To the respective representatives, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Noor. And a very evening to all the respective speakers and all students. So I'm Zeti, the manager in charge in inbound mobility program in UTM, and together with me today I have with us Dr. Ahmad Fadil, who is also a manager who is in charge in outbound mobility actually, but he today he joined us to tell us on something else, not on the outbound. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so I hope it's in full mode, yeah?
Yes, it was clear.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so my slide today is very simple, very straightforward. It's on student mobility. So for a start, a brief history on how the student mobility program started in UTM. It all started back in 2009, where we introduced the outbound and inbound mobility program to all students, and offers few courses and fields of study for them to join. And for the mobility program, we have this we have a few categories of mobility program actually, but we focus more on these three categories, which is the first one is the UTM Summer School Program, where we offer several courses from our renowned faculties and schools. And it is a very short program. It can be from 1 week to 4 weeks program. And the next one is on the student exchange program, where we offer a long or short period, short semesters exchange for students, both in undergraduate and postgraduate levels. The third one is on the research internship. This one is only offered to the postgraduate students. So these are the UTM list of program offered under our summer school program, where we call it as UTM Edutourism program. But for the time being, since the pandemic, we do not conduct any summer school program yet, because the summer school programs is tailored for physical. So therefore, because of the pandemic, it is not appropriate to run any physical program. So for the time being, maybe we will just have to wait until next year, where we can have all the physical programs on board. Okay, for the application process for the student mobility program, the requirements and eligibility. But first of all the information we showed here, you can access it from our website, www.utm.my/international, and you can go look for student mobility program, and you will get all this information there. So the requirements and eligibility for students to join our student exchange program, they are registered and active student at Hope University, have a good command of English. And for this part, the second one, we do not need to, students do not need to have a TOEFL or IELTS certification, but we do the English proficiency test by interview, a very special interview for students. Have a grade point average of 3.0 or higher, and be physically present at home university. And then as you can read all of that. All right, okay, and then let's move to the application procedures. For the application procedures, we put the online application form still in the web. Therefore, you can just access to the application form and fill out the form. And you need to submit a few documents for that. We have stated all the documents needed in the website, and you just have to upload the documents, and we will process it further. And once the faculty has already accept the application, then we will issue the offer letter for students. Okay, this is for the accommodation for students, especially for the international student. Actually, we have one college, we call it SKLG Residence. This is a very dedicated college for hostel for international students. And as you can see, there are 3 types of room offered, and the average rent per month given as shown. And the facilities they offered for students. There are several facilities offered, and all of them, but not currently during the pandemic, we do not offer all facilities to be open for students. So some of them will still be closed for access. And for further information on the accommodation at KLG Residence, you can just visit the website at klgresidence.com. And here is a brief information and details on the 2022 UTM academic calendar, where the semester will start in March, 20th of March, and will end in July. Okay, for this part, I will let Dr. Fadil to brief further. Okay, Dr. Fadil, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Zeti, for the kind introduction. Okay, I want to make sure, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you for that, for the response. All right, so Assalamualaikum and evening. I greet to the representatives from HTA, German, Ms. Marina Zilge, and also Ms. Jessica Meyer, and also representative from Dalian University of Technology, China, Ms. Wang. First of all, and also I would like to thank ITS for inviting us, UTM, to this program. Right, so basically now I'm talking about the UTM OGC program. Basically, this is our another initiative for internalization during pandemic COVID-19. As you all know, this pandemic situation, we cannot go out freely now, right? So we want to make sure our internalization agenda is still running. So that's why we initiate our initiative UTM OGC for that. So basically, it is an online classroom, but co-organized together with our global partners, as we call it UTM OGC. It is classroom that are conducted virtually with our partner university students, right? So as you can see here, we have many types of OGC that have been conducted these few years. Okay, we have categorized it in academic, cultural, and certification. As you can see, there are, in this brochure we have examples of our OGC that already run before. Okay, some of them are kind of like academic, some of them even we have a online cooking class, you know, for the culture, right? And some of it we have some certification classes online. All that is conducted via online platform. Okay, most of it we are using Zoom, right? And also, as you can see there also, the general requirement is participants should have a very good internet connection, participants should have a basic foundation in English, okay, because we want to make sure the communication is there during the class, okay, not only from among students and the moderator, but also among the students as well, okay. And then the participant should be nominated by the participated institution, and institution can suggest or propose any topic of discussion, general or specific for the OGC. Okay, next, Zeti. All right. Okay, so basically, the objective of UTM OGC is basically to strengthen the cooperation between UTM and university partners. Okay, it also demonstrates UTM support for continuous improvement of utilization activities, especially in mobility programs, for inbound and outbound. Okay, and then okay, so just now I already told you about the basic criteria. Now we're going into details criteria for you guys to run OGC with us. Okay, so minimum we need to have 3 university partners to participate in a program. Okay, so for example, ITS and HTA or Dalian University want to run an OGC together with us, we need to have minimum 3 university, minimum 3 or can be more lah. Okay, so include 3 university including UTM. Okay, and then the institution can suggest or propose any topic of discussion. Okay, like I told you just now. Okay, they can even from a very academic into non-academic matters, like I said just now, like cooking class, language class, right? We have many type of OGC that already been run just before. Okay, and then program with a minimum of 4 hours duration cumulatively. Okay, as you can see, the cumulatively it means that not necessarily 4 hours in a day. Okay, it can be 4 hours. It can be 2 hours today and 2 hours tomorrow. But cumulatively it can be like 4 hours, right? Each institution should identify a moderator or facilitator for the discussion session. Okay, a minimum of 8 to 10 students from every participating institution with a basic foundation of English just now. Okay, for your information, like us in UTM, we have the KPI for this program. Okay, for example, our student, UTM student who join UTM OGC with co-organized with our partners, that is considered as our outbound mobility students. Okay, but other students from other university who join the OGC program, UTM OGC program, we consider them as our inbound students. Okay, virtually. Right. And then participants should have a connection for the session. Okay, next, Zeti. Okay, so basically UTM OGC ultimate focus is, as you can see, we aim to achieve for networking, where we love to organize an online program or class with our existing or new partners with this initiative. For your information, we just introduced UTM OGC about few years before, I think about 2 years if I'm not mistaken, but the response from our partners is very overwhelming. They are very happy to join doing OGC together with us. Okay, later Miss Zeti will show you the statistic of that. We have around few hundreds, among almost hundreds programs that have been conducted. Okay, and the second focus of UTM OGC is to utilizing the platform. Okay, as you can see, and I think most of you also done it, UTM also joined many international alliances. In fact, we even did one of them. Okay, one of the alliance, which is ATUNet, and comprises with 42 universities in Asia. ITS is one of them, I think. Okay, and by running UTM OGC, we can always keep in touch with our partner in our alliances. Okay, and we make a lot of activities with them. Right, even though during pandemic situation, we cannot go outside, right? We cannot go outside, so we do it. We manage to do it virtually, and then by running UTM OGC, also it enhanced our visibility to the world even during pandemic. Okay, and we also aim to capture number of participants and university throughout the globe, and we managed to do that during our pandemic period. Okay, our partners and our new partner, okay, very eager to do OGC together with us, all right? And then UTM OGC also ensure internalizations among students still continue. Basically, this is our main agenda when we introduce UTM OGC lah. Okay, we want to ensure internalization among students still continue during pandemic, and some of the program that have been conducted even eligible for copyright. Okay, so basically that is our aim for UTM OGC, because we want the internationalization keep going even though in our pandemic situation right now. Okay, I think that's much of it in my session. Okay, so I pass back to you, Zeti.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Fadil. Okay, the next slide will be I will be sharing you the entry procedure for international student back to campus as being given by Education Malaysia Global Services, or in short EMGS. For these details, you can also visit their website at visa.educationmalaysia.gov.my, as I put it down here. And then you can get all the information for students coming to campus. This is the latest announcement announced by EMGS. Okay, I'm not going to explain further on the process because it is quite, as you can see, the process, we have at least 10 processes here. So I think when you are coming to UTM, then you have to go through all the processes, and once you register into the EMGS website, the system, then you will get all the information from there. You have to follow all the processes, or else you won't be granted the visa authorization letter, and you cannot come to Malaysia because of that. So for details on this, I think it is better for you to once you have decided to come to UTM, to come to Malaysia, and then you will have to go to this process. Okay, these are also some of the procedures, the quarantine procedures for students during the pandemic, yeah, because we are taking into consideration that the pandemic in Malaysia will still continue until next year, and the quarantine process will still go in place. So for the time being, we assume that this procedure will be complied, will be applicable to students, and they have to comply to these procedures in terms of coming to Malaysia. Okay, this is also can be accessed from the website of EMGS, whereby students need to, in short, a student needs to get the RT-PCR COVID-19 test, and then they have to spend some days in a quarantine. We call it as a quarantine station upon arrival in KL International Airport, and then they have to stay for about 14 days, and then before you are allowed to go to Johor Bahru and to UTM. And these are the costs involved for the RT-PCR test upon arrival. This one to be paid to the Ministry of Health upon your arrival in KLIA. We have two costs here. The one with PCR test, but for 14 days of quarantine session, and the other one is for 21 days. And also every international student, they have to get a health insurance from the EMGS, still under EMGS procedures. As you can see, there are 3 companies offered by EMGS, whereby you can see all the differences, the different rates, and what they offer to the students. You have to choose from their website, and then you have to buy this insurance before you complete the application in the system by EMGS. Okay, so this is mandatory, yeah. This part is mandatory. And for the vaccine type, as taken from the EMGS website as well, there are five types of vaccine allowed by Malaysia government, and they are Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Coronavac, Sputnik, and CanSino Bio. Okay, so I'm not sure what Indonesian citizen gets. Do you get all these? Any of you get some of these vaccine in Indonesia?
Yes.
All right.
We have Astra and Sinovac.
Okay, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so here are some photos on the mobility program attended by international students, where we have the research internship, summer school, student exchange, and academic visit. We also receive academic visit from students around the world visiting UTM during the non-pandemic era. So maybe we will still be having this kind of visit next year, perhaps. And we also have the internship program, inbound and outbound. In this picture, we have our students going to VGTU, if I'm not mistaken, for the internship abroad for 4 months. So, and the rest, we have some visits to some of the historical places in Malaysia, and we have the culture corner, whereby the students will be joining the cultural activities. It's not only Malaysian cultural activities, but it can also be other cultural countries, from other countries, whereby we just have some people to learn different cultural while they are in UTM in the mobility program. So here are some photos taken by students visiting Malacca, the historical state in Malaysia, the most popular one in Malaysia, most visited one. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to share you some video for you to have some insight on UTM. Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay. Also, we're running out of your time, yeah, ma'am. So maybe you may speak quick, maybe.
Recently, UTM has embarked on a unique history undertaking the restructure of its academic entity, where 18 faculties are merged into 7 through a project for UTM Synergy 4.0. The faculties are Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Social Science and Humanities, Faculty of Science, Faculty of Built Environment and Surveying, Razak Faculty of Technology and Informatics, Azman Hashim International Business School, and Malaysia Japan International Institute of Technology. So this transformation is meant to open up more opportunities for synergy and collaboration programs within acquisition from various different faculties that are able to fulfill new needs of the future society. As for UTM JB, as a student here, it's very convenient. You have not only one but actually 2 big beautiful libraries located in the center. Another one is located near to Faculty of Science, for instance. These 2 libraries has almost everything that you need. Our student affairs office generally provides infrastructure where students can easily go and meet them when they have anything study related or program related, which the student affairs officers will really take care of your needs. The best thing about UTM is the green campus concept, which means they conserve the green plants all around the campus. Green plants grown along the roads. This will encourage sidewalk for everyone within UTM. To reduce carbon footprint, UTM proposed by securing new shuttle buses with parallel construction of bus stops within UTM. Our sustainable UTM Eco-Pole, it is designed and built with sustainable features and use solar energy to reduce our carbon footprint. Our UTM Equine Park site is the largest equine facility that is open to the public on the exclusivity police in the southern region of Malaysia. دلوقتي ايه اللي هيكون هنا موبايل يو تي ام؟ اول حاجه انتم المفروض تعرفوها ان يو تي ام عندها امكانيات من الاقوى في العالم. يو تي ام تركيبها من اعلى 250 جامعه في العالم، من اعلى 50 جامعه في اسيا. وبالنسبه للهندسه والتكنولوجيا يو تي ام رقم 53 في العالم على مستوى الجامعات. I'm an athlete. I believe in order for you to have a balanced lifestyle, you need to be mentally and physically fit. With UTM facilities, I am now stronger and healthier.
Okay.
So I've been here for 3 years, and I'm from Faculty of Science, Bioscience Department. So I would say that overall my experience is very positive with the lecturing staff, with the students, very friendly people. So basically what you're looking at here is a competitive educational experience with a very different environment. Much more greenery, much more rain, and a very much higher possibility of getting soaked. But y'all could totally take it as an adventure because that's what I'm really happy to. UTM, my home. UTM, my home. UTM, my home.
Okay, Dr. Fadil and Ms. Zeti, we are running out of the time. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that's all for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so back to you, MC, Nur.
Okay, thank you very much for the insightful presentation, Dr. Ahmad and Ms. Zeti. Terima kasih, it was very interesting and informative. I hope that everyone can be motivated to join the program of UTM. Okay, now I want to remind the participants again, if you have any question, you can ask them later in the panel discussion or the breakout room session. And also I would like to remind all of you that you need to be on cam to be eligible for STEM for it, and we will be checking you every once in a while. Okay, the last presentation today will be from Dalian University of Technology in China by Ms. Wang Ren. Ms. Wang Ren, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello everyone, my name is Wang Renqi. So can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, clearly.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is Wang Renqi, Program Coordinator from International Office of DUT. So first of all, I want to say that thanks for inviting me and meeting you online. It is definitely my honor to introduce Dalian University of Technology and our international mobility programs to you. So before the beginning, I'd like to show you a video of DUT so you can have a visual impression of DUT. So let me share my screen. Okay. So can you hear the sound? Oh.
Let me
Yes, we can see.
So you can see the English
夏天，我带着心中的期待去追赶青春的精彩。可能想踏过海风吹过的地方，可能是对一轮巡抚的向往，或是还有太多让我无法拒绝的理由。它的名字叫大连理工大学。1949年，在一座浪漫的城市落地生根。我来到这里，赴一场青春之约，在这个梦开始的地方，与大公一起成长， 这座位于北方明珠的城市大连，与海为邻，四季花语，充满生机与活力。大公从这里出发，并开展起一校、两地、三区的办学格局。完善的生活设施、一流的校园网络体系和丰富的校园文化活动，搭建起了我们心中大学的模样。在大公，积极推进世界一流大学和一流学科建设，为促进学科交叉和新兴学科发展，形成以理工为主、尽管违法折翼的协调发展的多学科体系。23个国家级特色专业，48个首批双万计划本科专业建设点，24个专业通过全球工程教育认证，位列全国第一。在大公，以院士领衔的众多名师贤士汇聚在这里，强化高层次人才的引领作用，营造一流人才成长环境，形成充满生机活力的人才生态圈，以一流人才谱起一流事业。从融入大公的那刻起，无色基因的传承便深深镌刻住我们的血液。创写科技史册，夺享第一，与老一辈大工人一同扛起科学强国的重任，一项又一项大国工程就在这里被印证。在大公，学校积极实施精英教育，发挥多学科优势，深入实施基础学科拔尖学生和卓越工程师培养计划，利用优越的工程训练设施和创新实践基地，支持鼓励学生创新创业。学在大公，创新在大公，也成为大公特有的名片。在大公，为突出特色学科发展，开设3个理科基础科学班，着力培养理工精英人才，与中科院合作，打通本硕博培养界限的创新人才培养新机制。2020年，首批入选教育部强基计划招生改革试点，培育引领未来的工程科学家和科技精英。在大公，国际化人才培养备受重视，现有1个中外合作办学项目和3个中外合作办学机构，另有长短期海外交流项目361项，为学子们搭建了参加国际交流、拓展国际视野的平台。在大公，不会辜负每一份热情，更不会搁浅每一个梦想。每年面向优秀学生和家庭经济困难学生发放的奖励和资助金超过3200万元，为学子们提供强有力的激励和保障支持。在大公，每年有超过4500余家国内外知名企事业用人单位进校求才。70载桃李芬芳，大公已为党和国家输送了数十万优秀人才，他们肩负着一代代大工人新校强国的担当与责任，去选择更有价值的人生，实现伟大的家国梦想。大公实现了我所有的未知与期待。我看过星辰，看过大海，也看到了属于我的未来，又看到一个个稚嫩的面庞迎面走来，带着无数和我一样的期待。面朝大海，春暖花开，大公等你来。
So now back to my introduction. Let me share my slides, okay? I will introduce our international mobility programs, and most importantly, our aim is to provide better and higher education to all the students. Okay, here. And first is the geographic location of DUT. So DUT is located in Dalian, China. Dalian is a beautiful coastal city located in the northeast of China with high buildings, delicious seafood, and so on. And we can see there are 4 districts in the main urban area of Dalian. And we are located in the Ganjing district here. And we are close to the famous scenic spots like Xinghai Plaza, Heishijiao Park, Fuguo Park, and Dalian Museum. Also, the scenery. Wait for a minute. Okay. So the scenery in DUT is also very pleasant. You can see the beautiful scene from the pictures. And also, Dalian is the 5th most livable city in China, the 10th China financial center, and China's 14th top performing cities, and those with the most potential. So located in such a city, DUT also developed very well. There are 4 subjects ranked top 1,000 of the world. Also, by April 2021, we've had about 25,000 undergraduates, 14,000 postgraduates, and 4,000 doctoral students, and about more than 1,200 international students. Also, we have more than 220,000 alumni around the world, including national and provincial leaders, academicians, well-known entrepreneurs, engineering experts. And also founded at School of Engineering of Dalian University in 1949, DUT has just celebrated her 72nd birthday this year. And also, DUT was listed in Project 211 and Project 985 in China. And also in 2017, it was ranked as first-class university in the newly national double first-class initiative by China. Also, in the history of DUT, these patriotic scholars have made very important contributions, such as Wang Daheng, the father of optics, Zhang Dayu, the founder of catalytic science, and so on. Well, in the history, the teachers, students, and alumni of DUT have created many firsts in science and technology, like the first modern oil port, the first laser, the first submarine, and the first recoverable satellite. Now, DUT has 14 academicians, including 1 member of IVA. Well, next, let's come to disciplines. So we have various disciplines, including science, engineering, economics, and management, liberal arts, and social science. And yes, international discipline rankings, 9 disciplines are top 1% and 4 are top 1,000 in terms of Web of Science, which are engineering, chemistry, material science, and computer science. Well, here lists our first-class disciplines in China. And then comes to the faculty and school part. So we can see there, like chemical engineering, engineering and mechanics, bioengineering, mechanical engineering, and so on. So you can see the picture here. Power engineering, economics and management, humanities and social science, foreign languages, architecture and fine art, and so on. Here. And besides, we have 3 national key laboratories: coastal and offshore engineering, structure analysis for industrial equipment, and fine chemical engineering. Next is the international cooperation and exchanges. So now we have 266 international partner universities and institutions around the world. We also have 3 international joint institutes. We separately collaborate with Rusmakan University in Japan, Leicester University in UK, and Belarusian State University in Belarus. Also, we have 1 joint training program. We collaborate with University of California, Irvine. And next, well, also the most important part is incoming for students. So we have School Fellow Friendship Initiative project, including short-term program and long-term program. And we are all ready to welcome you to study at DUT. Well, for the short-term program, well, the launching 2-week international students exchange programs each year. So the students can join in DUT students' classes for experiments and intensive lectures, while the tuition fee is waived. And for successfully admitted applicants, the local transportation and accommodation and meals will be on DUT, will be on us. And for the long-term program, which at least 3 months, we welcome like undergraduates, master students, and doctor students to study or do research at DUT. Also, the tuition fee is waived. Also, there will be scholarships, and I will, well, introduce it later. Okay. And, well, if you participate in the long-term program, so what will you get during the 3 months at DUT? Well, you can get generous scholarships, rapid improvement of Chinese, certificate of Chinese learning and cultural experiences, mutual recognition of the records, of course. And here, these are the questions I received from the ITS Global Engagement. Yes, from your international office. So I think I should answer them. So first is, how about housing and living costs in the destination country, Dalian, of course. So here is a table. We can see the accommodation and the fee here. So you can see single room, double room, and the duration of the stay. So have different standards. And also for the living costs, the daily cost of food is about 20 to 40 RMB per day. And the monthly living expenses are, well, to be about 1.5 thousand RMB per month. And how about culture and environment around the campus? Well, I think Dalian is quite similar with Indonesia because of the maritime climate, especially in winter and cool in summer. And also it have 4 distinct seasons. And also you should know that Dalian is China's first outstanding tourist city. So the scenery is very brilliant. And also I'm sure you will fall in love with this city when you come to Dalian. And also how much cost that I have to prepare for joining the program? Well, depends on the program requirements. So most of them, the tuition fee is waived and students shall pay the travel fees and the living cost for the long-term program. And is there any scholarships for international students? I should say yes. There is a scholarship, what can I say, sponsored by the Ministry of Education of China. It's called the World-Renowned Universities Credits Students Program Scholarship. Well, it's quite long. And let me introduce this scholarship. So different students will have different treatments. And this scholarship provides different levels of, we can say, living allowance. And furthermore, you may get DUT scholarship, which can be the free accommodation and round-trip travel fees if you meet the conditions. Well, for the scholarship sponsored by the Ministry of Education, it includes a living allowance. So, for example, for the undergraduate students, the living allowance will be 2.5 thousand RMB per month, and the postgraduate students 3,000 RMB per month, and the doctoral students 3.5 thousand RMB per month. And these, we can say, these conditions are for the, we can say, DUT scholarships. Okay, so you may get DUT scholarship up to, we can say, if you are undergraduate students, maybe 10,000 RMB round trip travel fees. And for the postgraduate and doctoral students, you may get 5,000 RMB round trip travel fees. And yes, here, movement to be able to speak another language other than English. Yes, that would be Chinese. And is there any offline or online program that available in this pandemic era? Yes, for the offline program, it's the regular exchange program for the 1 semester or 2 semesters. And for the online program, there is the Dalian University of Technology and overseas partner, and overseas partner universities series online exchange conference. But we should wait for the specific notice. But we will definitely invite the students and teacher from ITS to attend this online exchange conference. And that's all for my introduction. And also I'd like to thank you again for listening. And also welcome to China, welcome to Dalian, and welcome to DUT. And that's all for my part.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Wang. It was very interesting, clear, and informative. Okay, well, we have already heard the presentation from our amazing three partner universities. As you have already known, it is the time for the panel discussion. But before we start the panel discussion, we have a small message from the one and only Muhammad Wahyu Islami Pratama Mondu as the Junior Supervisor for International Short Program and the Manager for Compact and Mobility Program. For Mr. Wahyu, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. So once again, thank you so much, Frau Jessica, Dr. Fadil, and also Ms. Zeti, and also Ms. Marinki, and Kesha, terima kasih, and Shesha. So before we start the process for the question, I would like to clarify some information for the student, because these three universities, we already have track record for the mobility program before. So first of all, because I know currently we are promoting the program from the Darmstadt, two program, the student exchange and also the short-term program. So first of all, I would like to clarify that first, for the mobility program, especially related to these three partners, normally you need to going to the apply to international office first, So we also may put several additional requirements. You cannot go directly to their website, especially like for example, like the DUT program, maybe later if Dr. Fadil open, because you may go directly to apply. But like virtual exchange, student exchange, virtual internship, even I know when you apply to the UTM example, you can just go to online. We are in previous staff, with the previous staff of what Fasiha before Human, I always mention that only the one who get recommendation from ITS Global Engagement can go through for the application, because we have some policy regarding, especially for the one who plan for international exposure point, especially for the international undergraduate program. You need really to consultation with the department and also need to apply through international office. So that's the first one. The second one, I would like also to mention that science after pandemic, as you're aware, that starting this semester, or maybe already from last semester, some ITS students already go abroad, as you can aware from our social media. So again, we are hoping that before you apply the program, especially for the outbound physically, outbound program, you need to check the entry regulation in every country. This has become of the duty for or responsible for the students. Before you apply to the program, you need to consider not only consider about the living expenses and so on, but also you need to consider the entry regulation in every country. For example, like you need to check about the vaccine, for example, or like the quarantine regulation, or additional fee for the quarantine and so on. So because the information is very dynamic, so we cannot like give you like exactly amount, but only estimating. So that's why we always try to provide the information. And the last one, everything related with the credit transfer, you need to be consult with your department. ITS Global Engagement is helping you through procedure and application and so on, provide information, but the one who decided that you can, for example, you join the winter program from Darmstadt, or join the global online class from the UTM, or join the intensive summer course from the Dalian. So the one who gives you the decision whether it can be transferable or not is your department. In every department, we have license office for internationalization who in charge for your program. As you aware also, we already have Campus Merdeka, which means that you can go or get transfer credit from the subject who are not your department, because of the Campus Merdeka regulation from our ministry. So which means that it's more flexible. There's no reason when you go exchange only take like 3 or 7 credit, but you can up to more because you can transfer to the campus or MBKM program pertukaran pelajar negeri. So that's the information that I would like to mention. Just to give you a story before I give back to the panel question. We have history programming. Of course, you already know for the Darmstadt because both of the program currently we have currently opening in UTM. We have the record for the student exchange, virtual internship. We also joined the program with Professor Lee, accelerating greatly because Prof. Lee is very close with our director, Professor Maria. We also have ATUNET member together for the virtual program and also joined the program. And in Dalian, we already sent our student for the student excursion in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, because they come first. Dalian student go to the ITS first, and then ITS student is go about 30 students go to the Dalian as well. Yeah, that's why actually we have Miss Wan King here because we have already track record before, and we are very glad until now we keep our partnership and activities together. Yeah, thank you so much. So back to you, Nur.
Okay, thank you very much, Mas Wahyu, for the messages. I hope everyone have noted every details of what Mas Wahyu has said, because it is very important if you want to join the programs provided by ITS partner universities. Okay, now is the time for the panel discussion. You can, every participant here, you can drop your question in the chat box using the available format. The committee has to send the format, and please ask general questions, because you can ask more specific questions later in the breakout room. Okay, you will be given the chance later in this panel discussion. It will be led by me as your moderator. Okay, is there anyone who wants to ask a question here? You can raise your hand or ask directly in the chat box. Okay, maybe we will wait for a while. While we wait, we will read some questions that you have asked in the Google form, in the registration form. Okay, so there is a question like this. Can international students try to work part-time while they study in your country? Okay, so is there any representatives here who wants to answer first? Okay, if I may I ask from UTM first?
Hello, thank you for asking the questions. I don't think working during the study is encourageable, okay, because the visa is for student, right? The student and student pass, right? So I think it is not suitable for work lah, okay, especially in Malaysia. So that is my answer.
Okay, thank you very much.
If not, maybe I can add some more on that information, because Malaysia government, we do not allow students to work part-time during their study period in Malaysia. It is not allowed.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Fadil and Ms. Seti. For the next, maybe Ms. Jessica Meyer, or is it the similar answer?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can answer it 100% correctly, because this would be Marina's part, but she had to leave early. I know that international students can work a certain amount of hours. I'm not sure if exchange students can.
I will help you, Miss Jessica, to answer. I know. Yeah, so from the previous experience from both of my, the last one is Satrio, I guess. Satrio who going for the exchange in about 2 years ago. It's actually only maximum that they require you to can speak Germanese, but it's very rare. Normally the Marina will never allow you, because studying in the outside is also already hard as well. So we are normally international office ITS and also international office Darmstadt is more asking to you to explore instead of working. But after pandemic, I guess the regulation it will be changed. They will never allow you to working, I guess. Yeah, after the pandemic, especially that when you're working, they will require like some certificate for like Germany. But I guess the rule already changing since the pandemic. I think you cannot allow to go while study also you were working. Thank you.
Okay, Thank you, Mr. Wahyu and Ms. Jessica. And then lastly from Ms. Wang Renki.
Okay, so I think the situation in DUT is quite similar with we can say Malaysia and Germany. I think the international students cannot do the study and the part-time job at the same time, and also there's one key reason is because the common language we use in Dalian now is Chinese. So if you want to work here, so maybe you need your proficiency in Chinese. So there are two reasons maybe.
Okay, thank you very much for the representatives for answering the question. Okay, we will go to the next question. We have a question from Mashita Freedom Nivia, but I have read the question. Maybe it is more suitable for Mr. Wahyu to answer. Okay, so she asked, are there criteria to prove English proficiency such as TOEFL or IELTS? Because I only have a TOEFL certificate from ITS. Thank you. Mr. Wahyu, you may answer.
Okay, so again, depends on the program. For example, like when we have short program, maybe with UTM, normally they didn't ask me require more, yeah. But so that's why we only asking you like screenshot from your score from web UPT Bahasa as to make sure that confirm us that you can communicate well. But for the some student exchange program, we require. For the student exchange program, we require that the TOEFL, you need to submit the certificate TOEFL. I guess in UTM, you can submit. Yeah, I'm working closely since 5 years ago. I think you can using the ITS TOEFL, yeah, for the ITS TOEFL certificate. But for other program, especially when they providing you like scholarship or like providing some opportunity, yeah, it will be great if you can have more than TOEFL ITS, yeah. Especially you know that UTM also this year UTM also one of the hosts who are for the ISMA program, yeah. So of course, so again depends on the program, but mostly for the student exchange with our partner, they can accept ITS TOEFL, but we require minimum 477, yeah, as the minimum requirement, but some also partner is required minimum 500. So we are dealing with that. So you need to check, yeah, in every program, yeah, there is some, for example, like if you join virtual, sometimes you can submit only by screenshot of sorry, you don't need to submit certificate, that's okay. But for these three university, I guess 3 of them is require you to submit certificate. Yeah, certificate, not only like to show your score from the website, but the certificate. Yeah, if later there is any automatically, we can check later. But especially in UTM, yeah, I always request. Yeah, I always request because maybe if they going to another faculty who are really high level, so I always make sure that my student is really ready enough, yeah, because sometimes also there's additional requirement. For example, like last time I sent my student to physical lab internship I forgot in one of the center in the UTM, they didn't require us, but suddenly they require like more higher because of the professor is some yeah, because of the research is really suitable for the high advanced one. And of course, I agree because, and also I understood why they request some additional documents because the program also or the project also is quite advanced as well. So again, it depends and depends in situation, but in general situation for these 3 universities can accept it as TOEFL as long as you meet the requirement. Yeah, we always encourage students to please test TOEFL and please raise your score. Yeah, raise your score. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the very elaborate answer, Mr. Wahyu. So that's for the English proficiency required for joining some programs. Okay. Is there any participants here who wants to ask a question?
Maybe we can start to breakout room because I saw this question from the registration form is more specifically to each universities. So we can proceed for the breakout room since we will already have 25 minutes, yeah, so they can have asking more questions to each university in breakout room.
Okay then, thank you, Mr. Wahyu, for the advice. Okay, okay. So for everyone to find out further about the university that you are interested in, we are about to divide you into 3 breakout rooms. First is for okay. So the committee will send you the format for your name, so we can easily divide you into 3 breakout rooms. Okay, so maybe for the committee, you may send the format. Okay, so Laura has sent you a format. Before the breakout room session, please change your display name according to the partner university you are interested in. The format is as follows: DH_DA for Hochschule Darmstadt of Applied Science in German, _ your name, _ your student number, and then the second breakout room is for UTM, and then the third breakout room is DUT. Okay, you can see how you may change your display name in the example. And if you haven't changed your display name until the start of the breakout room session, the committees will assign you into a random breakout room. Okay, so we will wait for a while for all of you to change your display name.
Yes, please kindly change your name, and when you see the notification pop up, click enter to the breakout room. Yeah? Okay, whereas I already saw that some students already changed the display name, so we can assign everyone to the okay. Yeah, don't worry, Jessica will help. Don't worry, I will go to each room by one to help you just in case. Yeah, don't worry. That's why I'm here actually. It's my duty to make sure to help you. So don't worry. If you have something difficult question, also my student volunteer here will help you in each room. So don't be afraid, yeah. So don't worry. And don't worry. I remember all the history of our corporation. Don't worry. That's why Professor Maria always keep me in my international office, the mobility program. Don't worry. I will help you. Okay, Agatha, maybe you may start open the breakout room because some students already changed the name. I can already say display name with UT, HTA, and also UTM. And also, I also see some parents of our student here. Thank you so much, Bapak Ibu. Yeah, thank you. So I guess because parents join in order to prepare their children study abroad. Yeah, I understood, especially from the international undergraduate program. I understood that for some reason you need to consult with your parents for your study abroad preparation, especially next year you need to go out. You need to go abroad. It's compulsory.
Okay, so you may join now. You will see a prompt.
Yes, please. Now I'm helping also to.
Okay. Sudah mas.
Oke, Nur bisa join UTM. Nur, makasih.
Oh, aku join UTM.
Bentar teman-teman yang lain. Bentar kami bantu assign. Buat yang belum assign, tolong segera. Kalau enggak, nanti kami masukkan sembarang. Oke, silakan klik notifnya untuk join, teman-teman. Ya, ini yang belum, tolong Ikatut Wirabuana, Farid, Firdaus, Nabila, Nadia, tolong diubah supaya kami bisa assign kemana. Ya, tolong diubah display name-nya supaya kami tahu mau assign kemana. HTA, UTM, or Oke, Agatha tolong bantu ya. Aku tak masuk dulu ke room.
Mas.
Okay. Okay, hello everyone. Good evening from Indonesia, and I believe good afternoon there in Germany.
Yes, good afternoon or good evening to you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jessica Meyer. Okay, thank you all for being in this breakout room. Thank you to Miss Jessica Meyer, and in the main room, there are Miss Marina Zilke.
No, I don't think she's here yet. She's not here anymore. She had another meeting to go to.
Okay, thank
So
you.
it's only me. Yeah, sorry about that.
Thank you. It's okay, Miss Jessica Meyer. Thank you for being here, Miss Jessica Meyer, short-term study program from International Office HDA. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Daniel, and I am the student volunteer of ITS Global Engagement. And tonight, I will be your moderator in this session. So once again, thank you so much to Ms. Jessica Meyer for your time in this breakout room session. We are grateful to you for willing to share with ITS students. Okay.
Thank you guys for having me.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jessica. In the previous session, you guys already get insight about Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences and opportunities to join program with Hochschule Darmstadt. So for the next 20 minutes, you can ask more detailed questions to the representatives related to Darmstadt University. So guys, please don't hesitate to convey about anything you think is still unclear, or perhaps you need more explanation related to the Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences. Maybe you want to ask more about the program they provided, the tuition fee, or maybe the living cost in Darmstadt. It's okay, you can ask anything. Okay, without further ado, we have a very limited time. To all participants, you can deliver your question. You can use the raise hand feature, or you can type your question through the chat box using the format name_nrp_question. And you can also ask in Indonesian. Teman-teman bisa bertanya dalam bahasa Indonesia, jadi nanti saya bantu untuk translatekan ya teman-teman, supaya mungkin teman-teman mau bertanya dalam bahasa Indonesia supaya lebih lancar, boleh ya teman-teman. Okay, I believe this is a rare opportunity to talk directly to Ms. Jessica Meyer. So guys, if you have any question, please raise your hand right now. Okay, we have Ms. Fitria Kinanti. You may ask your question. You may deliver the question.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. Good evening again from Indonesia, Ms. Jessica. My name is Firtia Kinanti. I come from second year of engineering physics of University of Technology. But I'd love to ask about the program of Hochschule University of Applied Sciences. I've been scrolling around throughout the websites, especially from Kemendikbud or Education Ministry in Indonesia, which means this ministry provides the program about the MBKM, and Hochschule Darmstadt University are being involved in, or being registered, that students can enroll in. And I want to ask more in detail about this program from Hochschule Darmstadt University. And is there any kind of differences from the MBKM itself and from the general course that provided in ITS through ITS? That's it. Thank you.
Okay, Jessica, I guess I need to answer Jessica because maybe you will confuse
yes,
Jessica.
Because
so
I
will try to
didn't
help
get
you.
which program.
Yeah. Okay, so allow me to speak in Bahasa so the student will get clear. So maybe they refer to the ISMA one, the International Student Mobility Award that we just started this year. But maybe allow me to speak in Bahasa about MBKM because it's actually the regulation from Ministry. Okay, give me about 2 minutes. Oke, teman-teman, jadi untuk MBKM ini itulah gini, semua exchange itu, semua student exchange program itu kita bisa kategorikan MBKM. MBKM itu terjadi ketika teman-teman mengambil mata kuliah khususnya yang di luar departemen. Misalnya ada Mas Daniel dari Teknik Mesin, he would like to take another courses in manajemen bisnis gitu kan. Nah nanti biasanya kami dulu agak kesulitan exchange, hanya 6 SKS, 7 SKS karena it should be like mechanical to mechanical, but with the MBKM regulation, you can go, you are mechanical student, you can go take design, one courses from design, one courses from business, one courses from IT example. So MBKM give you more flexibility to take that maximum 20 credit in ITS to be transferable ya. Jadi itu teman-teman, MBKM-nya itu. Jadi kalau ditanya apakah Darmstadt register itu tidak, bukan ya. Yang ada registrasi itu yang benar-benar mobility-nya yang punyanya Kemdikbud itu cuma satu, namanya ISMA, Indonesia International Student Mobility Award ya, dan itu yang menyeleksi adalah Dikti, Kemdikbud Dikti, bukan bukan yang semua register terus nanti nonton, enggak. Jadi bukan seperti itu ya. Tolong teman-teman baca lagi MBKM, ingat lagi MBKM. Kalau perlu silakan baca arahan mobility YouTube ya, by Ibu Oin, Dr. Otavianti already explained in recording in our YouTube regarding the mobility policy in ITS gitu kan. Jadi teman-teman bisa tahu. Jadi intinya gini, semua program SM bisa dikategorikan MBKM sebenarnya. Ya, karena itu tadi MBKM pertukaran pelajar luar negeri itu jadinya bisa diklaim sebagai itu. Tapi yang benar-benar maksudnya kamu bilang program MBKM yang seperti apa ya, ISMA itu contohnya. Ya, sementara itu. Kalau untuk courses yang lain seperti kayak itu saya nggak tahu, karena yang courses kayak Coursera dan sebagainya itu punyanya bidang satu, bukan punyanya global engagement. Jadi saya tidak tahu prosedurnya apa. Yang saya tahu saat ini MBKM ini, dan kalau untuk partnernya ya teman-teman bisa lihat, dan baru ada lagi tahun depan ya, next fall 2021 masih akan ada lagi ISMA. Of course I will share the information to Jessica and Marina. Maybe you might apply because with the ISMA program all the fee will be covered by our ministry yeah, in order is it part of the itu, but then normally they will require you, there is no limitation department, you only can provide your 10 courses in English, and our student can take 3 or 4 courses from your 10 and will be automatically directly is not transfer program, but is flagship program. It will be automatically to enter in our transcript. Yeah, this is of the new policy from our ministry actually. Yeah, I will send you an email a bit later.
Sounds good.
When they open they will open in the next month and November. So I will send you the guidance as the partner. Don't worry. Thank you, Mas Dan. Silakan.
Thank you, Mr. Wahyu, for the insightful explanation. I hope it explained the question, it answered the question clearly. And Ms. Jessica, there is a question from the chat box. You can see it, and I will try to read it also from Kailana Tanya. Do we need to also take German language proficiency? If so, what's the minimum level of proficiency? Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, you don't have to hand in a German language test. The entire program is in English, both the summer and winter university and also the semester-long exchange programs. For the short-term programs, you will attend a German language course, but all of our participants don't know how to speak German, so they are all beginners. They will learn some bits of our language. Same for the exchange program. We offer a German language course so that you learn a little bit of German, but you don't have to hand in a German language test.
Thank you. I would like to add, Miss Jessica, if you for the one who apply for student exchange, yeah, for the short-term exchange, for the one who apply student exchange, if you have the intermediate certificate Germany, I can help you to dealing with Marina about you can join courses in Germany, because I know that not all the courses will be providing for student exchange in English, but I can help you to dealing if you have the at least B2 or intermediate certificate in Germany in order to enter Germany class, because the normally all the international students will be go for the English class, but again I can help you to dealing. So that's why if you see the announcement in website ITS Global Engagement, I put if you have any German certificate language test, this one that the one who helped me to dealing with Marina about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Wahyu and Miss Jessica for the answer. And I would like to deliver another question in the chat box. It is in Indonesian, so I will try to translate it to English. The question is from Nanda Fadila. If we join or follow a student exchange program, are we going to have like a guardian parents and we live in their house in Darmstadt in Germany, or we will have to stay in a dorm, in a student dorm?
Yeah, we do not have host families, unfortunately. But for the exchange semester, you will live in a student dorm. as Marina said, we have student dorms reserved for exchange students that you can apply for. And for the short-term programs, you guys will live in a hotel room. Due to the pandemic, we have booked some single rooms for our participants. Usually we put 2 students in 1 room to get the intercultural exchange going. But yeah, there's still a pandemic going on. So for the short-term programs, it's a hotel. And for the exchange semester, you're staying in a student dorm.
Okay, thank you Ms. Jessica Meyer. So for exchange program, untuk program pertukaran pelajar nanti teman-teman tinggal di asrama, dan untuk short program nanti tinggalnya di hotel. Okay, we are going to moving on to the next question. Thank you for the question and for the answer, Ms. Jessica. The next question is there any minimum semester to apply to the short course program? I think it is for the exchange, I think.
Is it exchange or short? I think it's at short term.
But
to the short term program.
Okay.
Officially, no, but our programs are on the 3 modules or the summer university. Of course, you have to have some basic knowledge of either business administration, what else, or maybe social sciences or psychology, or all the programs that fit academically. But so for first or second semester, it might be a bit more challenging than third semester students, but it's not impossible. I usually try to make everything possible. So if you're a second semester student and want to go abroad, talk to Vayu, talk to me. We'll make it work somehow from our side.
I will help you to answer that question. So normally, for the first year student, especially for the first semester student, it's impossible to apply for this program because you already see that they require your transcript. Yeah, and first semester student still doesn't have the transcript, which means that you're still not eligible. If you would like to apply for the summer, maybe you may consider, but again, I need to mention, okay, not to be scary you, but this is really reality. The summer program and winter program for Darmstadt is so popular. Whenever I receive applicant, you can ask to Jessica as well. Okay, right? It's more than 20 and 40, but it only has like 3 to 4 slots. That's the fact. Yeah, and even I know Ms. JK is always try to more extend for the slot, but in the end, yeah, you need to be competitive as well in each the students. And normally we priority for the senior student or for the one who transfer the credit. But this also something happened on I think 3 years ago. Yeah, is first year student who accepted. Because on that time you only have about 4 for application, and only there's 2 who are really, or on that time also is really related with the background, really related. They can explain in motivation letter why this course is really a need for them. Because in Darmstadt maybe they understand. For example, like last time I explained to Marina why my student from the marine transportation apply for the international business, because some of university didn't know that in AITS, marine transportation related to logistic. Yeah, so you need to write well your motivation letter so they can help me. They can help Jessica to connect why you are need to be accepted in this program, teman-teman. Ya, jadi so when we have workshop like global competition workshop, or you can see, please, make sure you explain everything. But again, the minimum kapan? Minimum normally after 1 year. Because after year we have enough record for your transcript, so the Darmstadt can understood well your track record of academic. This is very important. Right? This is also why mostly student exchange program you will be accepted in after 3 semester or at least after 2 years. Yeah, because some university partner is think that after that you already have eligible, you already have basic knowledge in order to study more in their university. Thank you. Mas Daniel?
Thank you, Mas Wahyu and Miss Jessica. So yeah, guys, so you must prepare yourself, write your motivation letter clearly and concisely, so you can accept it for this popular program. So okay, anyway, moving on to the next question from Naomi Natalia. As you can see in the chat box, other than classes that is transferable in credit to ITS, are we allowed to take classes that doesn't necessarily align with our major? Okay, to Ms. Jessica.
Yeah, that depends. Of course, the majority of classes you have to take have to relate to your major, but you can look at maybe 1 or 2 classes that are outside of your major, depending if you find an an English taught class. So it's possible, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Jessica, to Mr. Wayu, you have anything to add? Okay, I think Mr. Wayu is already not in this breakout room. Okay, anyway, Ms. Jessica, we are going to moving on to the next question. And the question is from Ms. Masita Fridamevia. Does HDA also provide other programs during student exchange, such as company visits mentioned during the presentation? Or are there other programs for international students during student exchange?
Yeah, so if you do the semester-long student exchange, as my colleague Marina said, there will be a 1-month orientation month. And you will do lots of excursions during that month, but they are mostly like fun or cultural excursions. Since Darmstadt is focusing on practical experience, you will have either company visits or you have guest speakers during your lecture. So one of those is always included in your classes. Nowadays, since it's Corona, it's mostly a guest speaker, but if not, we do offer academic excursions as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Ms. Jessica. I hope it cleared the question, answer the question clearly. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next question. It is a very technical question, Ms. Jessica. So the question is there any maximum quota for the short program? For maybe this in terms of ITS students?
Yeah, well, our program is funded by the Hessen Ministry of Higher Education, Research and the Arts, and unfortunately they make the rules. So I have a rule that I have to follow. So my guess is for this year, since the pandemic, I can offer like 2 to 3 spots per module. So we have 3 modules for the winter university. I guess I can accept up to 3 students for each module. For the summer, hopefully when we're over with that pandemic, I guess it will be more, but it's always difficult. I would love to accept all of you guys. I love having ITS students here in Darmstadt, but unfortunately I have to listen to the ministry. Yeah, but I would say for the winter, 3 spots per module, I can guarantee.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jessica, for the little insight about the program, a very popular program in ITS. So it will be maybe about 9 ITS students. We have 3 modules. Darmstadt have 3 modules for your program.
Yeah,
okay.
For the winter, yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jessica. Moving on to the next question. As a first timer, this question is from Fakri. As a first timer in Germany, will there be someone that will help us? Maybe it's like a buddy, us to throughout the exchange or your program, for example, like a guide or a buddy.
Yes. Yes, you will. We have a buddy program for the semester exchange. So you will be teamed up with an HDA student that helps you get around. And for the short-term program, you have my team, my students assistant and myself. We help you. We pick you up from the airport and bring you to your hotel in Darmstadt. There will be some interaction with HDA students, but of course not as much as you come here for an entire semester. So the official buddy programs for the entire semester, but we do have some student assistants as well for the short-term programs that they will take you to all excursions, and so someone is always with you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jessica. So don't worry, guys, there will be a guide or a buddy when you arrive in Darmstadt. Okay. Yeah. To all participants, do you have any more questions? I believe this. Oh, I see Mr. Atala Novel, you raise your hand, you may deliver your question.
Can I speak with German language?
Of course, but maybe you can.
Yeah, no, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, you may deliver your question in German language too, so Jessica will understand. Sure. If something happen, I need to answer. Jessica will inform me as well.
Yes.
Please don't worry.
Mochte vragen, das müssen wir Sperrkonto öffnen oder nein? Ja, das ist meine Frage.
Okay. So do you want me to answer in German or in English?
In English, of course.
In English, okay.
In English.
So first of all, I'm very impressed about your German skills. I love it when you guys speak German. I know it's very, very difficult. And for your question, he asked about the blocked account. So when you come here as an exchange student for 1 semester or 2 semesters, you have to open a blocked account. I'm not sure how much the amount is that you need to put on that blocked account. This is something Marina would know.
150,000 euro.
What? No.
Sorry, 100. Sorry, minimum 500 euro.
Okay, that sounds more realistic. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But for the short-term programs, you don't. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Miss Jessica.
Danke.
Yeah.
Sehr gerne.
Yeah. Very impressive German language skills. Really impressive. Okay. Yeah. The time is already 20:30 in Indonesia right now, so we already in the end of the session. Maybe to Miss Jessica Mayer, you want to say anything for the closing statement? Yes.
Yeah, I love you guys to have you here in Germany. I always love having ITS students with me. They are so nice, friendly, and welcoming and fun to hang around with. So please apply, please come to Germany. I'll make everything possible to get as many students of you here to Darmstadt. I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jessica Mayer, for the closing statement. Unfortunately, the time for the session has ended. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm. Thank you to Ms. Jessica Mayer for your time and for your insightful sharing session. To participant who doesn't have the chance to ask your question, you can ask directly via email to Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences. Okay, dear participants, this is all from me as your moderator in this session. I am apologizing for any mistake that I made during this session. Thank you so much once again to Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences and all the participants. We hope that all your curiosity has been answered, and thank you so much. Bye-bye. Please return to the
Please go back to the main room, yeah, everyone. So when you see leave room, there's two leave room, leave the meeting and leave breakout room. Please kindly check leave breakout room. Again, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, so finally
Thank you
can
guys.
see how popular you are. Yeah, so many students here in your room, so many students. So it can be proof that we already have about in the past 7 years, yeah, our program together that is still very excellent. So thank you so much for coming. Okay, everyone, go back to the main room, please. Thank you. Go back to the main room, please. Oh, okay, still from Darmstadt group. Jessica, hello. So
Okay, maybe because of the time limitation, I will start the session. Well, hello everyone, good evening. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Indri. I am the volunteer of ITS Global Engagement and I will be your moderator in this session. Thank you so much, Dr. Fadil and Ms. Zeti. We are grateful to you for willing to share with ITS student about Universiti Teknologi Malaysia UTM through this Let's Study Abroad program. Let me remind you again about Dr. Ahmad Fadil bin Yusuf. He's the manager for student mobility, global education and experience. And here we have Ms. Zeti Raihan Haji Muhammad Yasin as the senior assistant registrar manager for inbound mobility. Okay,
Okay, sorry. In the previous session, you guys already got insights about University Technology Malaysia and also about Malaysia as well and the opportunities to join program in University Technology Malaysia. Thank you for the presentation, Dr. Fadil and Ms. Zeti. It was very informative and interesting. So for the next 20 minutes, you can ask more detailed questions related to University Technology Malaysia and consult with Dr. Fadil and Ms. Zeti here as the representative of the university. Do not hesitate to tell about anything you're still unclear or perhaps you need more explanation related to the previous presentation. You can just raise your hand or you can type your question through the chat box using format name _NRP _question, or maybe as you can see the example sent by our committee in the chat room. Okay, anyone maybe from the participant have any question, you can just raise your hand or type your question on the chat box. Okay. All right, maybe while waiting for the participant to ask, and probably they still preparing for the question, I'll ask some questions that were previously asked by the participant on the registration form. We have the question from the participant about the buddy system. Is there any buddy system to help us adjust and when we are studying on the UTM? For Dr. Fadil or Ms. Zeti, you will answer the question.
Okay, it's okay. Dr. Fadil, you can start.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Indri, for the question. Okay, basically, yes. We have a global. We have a buddy to be with you the entire study in UTM. Okay, we call it in UTM. We call them as a global buddies. So these are the guy that will help you to go through every official procedures in UTM, okay, and they can they even can show you around Johor around UTM lah, okay. For example, in UTM student, the main campus in Johor, they even will bring you around Johor, you know, to show you around the interesting places, okay, for you to go, okay, and of course, the treasuries, you know, and the faculties, they can show you around in NTL. Okay, don't worry about that.
We also have DIS, we call it as Interstudent Society, which represent all the countries, the student countries in UTM, and we have the Indonesia Student Society as well. And once you are in UTM, they will assist you in everything. If you have problem, you just have to GB, your global buddies, and they will or they will help you to connect as from Indonesia. If you do have problem that you think you cannot share with the instead, but you need to talk to your friends. So we have ISS. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay.
For your information also, ISS Indonesia is the largest or second largest. It's the largest, right?
It's the largest.
SS group in UTM. Okay, we have a lot of Indonesian students in UTM, so you can easily communicate and meet them. Right? A lot of activities has been done in the ISS Indonesia. Very active. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer, Dr.
So if you guys have any questions, maybe you can just ask us. Maybe if you don't want to talk in English, maybe you can just gunakan bahasa Indonesia. We do problem. Jangan risau.
aku bantu dulu Ibi untuk sekarang. Mungkin untuk teman-teman yang mau bertanya, Karisha, silakan Karisha.
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to ask, before, my name is Karisha from the major Industrial and Systems Engineering. When we exchange, if I want to study a different major, can I do that? And one again, for the class, do we go to the same class with the student there, or just thank you.
Okay, Karisha, soalannya tadi apa? Waktu tempo studinya ya?
Waktu belajar di sananya, waktu studi di sana, kelasnya berbeda atau sama yang murid sana?
Oke, untuk soalan yang itu, kelasnya memang akan bercampur dengan student yang lain, which means you will all mingle with all the students, so tidak ada pengasingan. Okay, so kuliahnya normally from 8 to 5 PM, and then selebihnya mungkin kalau ada kelas tambahan atau yang lain-lain, mungkin dalam keadaan pandemik kami tak bisa menduga gimana aturannya. Cuman kalau once the physical classes will be implemented next year, mungkin Dr. Fadil kan, so for this coming semester still will be online kan?
Yep.
Still will be online. So kalau next year, kalau tahun hadapan, then once the class will be implemented physical, then you all the exchange students and also the full-time student, they will go to the same class, okay? So memang kita tidak ada pengasingan untuk kuliah.
Rasanya Karisha tadi kan? Karisha pernah ditanya kalau dia ambil bidang lain daripada bidang dia di Indonesia kan? Betul tak?
Iya, betul.
Macam mana tu jadi?
Okey, kalau bidang yang beda, biasanya kita akan perlu ada you have to be to comply with the courses punya requirements. Okay, kalau sebagai contoh, kamu bidang engineering tapi mau ambilnya bidang sains. So subjek yang mau diambil itu agak beda dengan bidang engineering, in which you did not learn from the basic, you do not have any foundation or basic knowledge in that course. So for that, maybe kita tak allow untuk you join the course. But it depends on the lecturer, sebab sometimes untuk kalau courses yang sains sosial, maybe kita akan bagi contohnya sains sosial macam marketing, innovation, itu secara general you can learn, you can still understand, walaupun dalam kuliah engineering kamu tidak belajar yang itu, tapi hakikatnya ia bisa dipelajari, ia agak mudah untuk dipelajari, makanya kita akan allow you untuk mendaftar bagi subjek itu. Tetapi kalau terlalu beda, perbedaannya terlalu ketara, so we may not allow that to happen.
Okay, izinkan saya untuk tambah sedikit. Okay, saya sebagai pensyarah, saya sebagai dosen ya di UTM. Okay, untuk subjek ini ada subjek elektif dan subjek umum. Okay, biasanya subjek elektif ni subjek yang berkait rapat dengan sesuatu bidang itu. Subjek yang spesifik pada bidang itu. Dan selalunya, biasanya subjek elektif ni dia ada subjek prerequisite. Yang kamu kena ambil subjek lain dulu, baru boleh ambil subjek tu. Macam tu. Tapi, kalau subjek umum ni, biasanya untuk pelajar mobility dia memang boleh ambil. Sebab kita nak belajar benda baru kan, subjek umum ni dia tak spesifik kepada satu bidang. Dia semua course dia boleh ambil. Semua bidang boleh ambil subjek tu. That's why kita panggil subjek umum. So untuk pelajar mobility ni, saya cadangkan cuba target pada subjek umum tu. Dia ada banyak juga subjek umum, dia dari segi management ada, dari segi financial macam puan Jati kata di marketing ada, dia dari segi even language pun ada. Language asing, Jepun ke kan, Jepang kan, banyak. So cuba aim for that subject instead of elective, kalau umum tu insya-Allah kita boleh masuk semua. Macam itulah.
Tapi untuk subjek umum tu jumlah kreditnya rendah lah. Kan Dr. Fadil kan
Betul.
2 kredit. Kalau biasanya untuk student exchange program, it's a credit bearing program di mana kamu ambil subjek di UTM dan ianya adalah similar to your subject in ITS. Jadi itu pemindah kreditnya. So kalau you just go for fun untuk belajar new subject tapi tidak boleh ditransfer kredit ke ITS, so if you are willing to do so, then tak ada, kami tidak ada apa-apa halangan. Cuma mungkin ada setengah orang dia akan fikir kerugian dari segi masa.
Betul.
Sebabnya you spend time di UTM tapi you tidak menghabiskan you punya kuliah di ITS, di home institution begitu.
Kita juga ada alternatif kan Zeti, yang apa pelajar ni dia boleh hadir sahaja without taking the exam to that particular subject. Kan? Betul. Dia ada juga untuk contohnya Karisha ni nak sangat subjek tu, nak sangat belajar subjek tu. Jadi Karisha boleh ambil sebagai hadir sahaja. Maknanya bukan tak perlu komit tentang exam semualah. Tak payah. Tapi dia akan jadi macam beban lebih lah untuk Karisha sebab sehari-hari kan, tapi tak perlu exam, just nak datang masuk itu nak dengar, nak belajar aja. Tapi in term of macam beban, tapi mungkin Karisha ada subjek lain yang berkredit yang memang kena ada exam, so macam beban lebih lah dekat situ, macam tu ya.
Baik, bagaimana Karisha? Sudah jelas?
Sudah. Thank you
Ya.
for answering.
Masalah.
Untuk Pak Fadil dan Bu Seti, kemudian apakah dari teman-teman di sini masih ada yang bertanya secara langsung? Atau boleh kalau mau chat?
Ayo dong, kita bertanya.
Ya, santai-santai aja.
Santai-santai aja.
Oke, baik. Mungkin karena ini juga akan membantu teman-teman yang lain di saya izin bertanya ya. Jadi tadi Bu Seti dan Pak Fadil sudah menyebutkan sistem body yaitu GB. Kalau boleh tahu itu GB ya Pak?
Global bodies.
Ya, global bodies. Jadi itu kalau boleh tahu apa saja yang dilakukan oleh GB dengan kita ya saat kita arrive di sana, apakah kita langsung dibantu dari sana atau kita maksudnya mulai dari mana gitu dengan GB? Begitu mungkin. Apakah jelas Pak?
Kalau biar saya jawab dulu Jadi right, kalau macam kebiasaannya lah, kalau macam pihak ITS ni dia dah spesifikkan dia nak menjalankan kolaborasi kan. Saya daripada fakultas computing, sains komputer kan. So nanti dekat apabila tiba je nanti pelajar-pelajar tu, for example dekat JT ke, dekat pelabuhan ataupun dekat airport, kita akan ambil pelajar tu sampai pelajar tu register dekat asrama, dekat dia punya hotel. Dan dari situ juga kita dah assignkan dia orang punya itulah kalau macam dengan fakultas computing lah, itu yang kita amalkan.
Baik, terima kasih Pak Fadil. Jadi mungkin masih tentang perihal kedatangan mahasiswa asing ke negara Malaysia. Ingin bertanya juga tentang sistem karantina di sana. Jadi nanti apakah akan dibantu oleh pihak UTM-nya, apa harus mahasiswa sendiri yang mengurus tentang misalnya tempat untuk karantinanya atau hotelnya, atau kita nggak boleh milih hotel gitu? Bagaimana Pak?
Karantina itu quarantine.
Ya, quarantine.
Quarantine. Oke, nggak ada accommodation tadi. Untuk quarantine, proses quarantine. Seperti mana yang telah saya bilang tadi, upon arrival di KLIA nanti kita akan disambut oleh petugas-petugas daripada MOH, Ministry of Health, yang mana kamu perlu buktikan RCT, perlu dilihat terlebih dahulu dan sekiranya positif dan seterusnya akan dibuat juga ujian all the travelers lah kepada incoming students ni. Jadi selepas dilakukan PCR test, international students akan seterusnya perlu memilih stesen kuarantin. Stesen kuarantin iaitu beberapa hotel di sekitar Kuala Lumpur untuk menjalani proses kuarantin. Proses kuarantin buat masa sekarang yang dibenarkan 10 hingga 14 hari. But it depends on government announcement lah. Buat masa sekarang 10 hingga 14 hari dengan kos yang harus dibiaya sendiri. Jadi hotel quarantine station ni adalah memandangkan ianya adalah hotel, so tidak perlu khawatir tentang makan minumnya because the cost covered all the meals provided for penginap lah kepada semua yang menginap di hotel tersebut. Dan di hotel tersebut juga kita ada bantuan petugas daripada MOH yang akan bersedia di hotel kerana quarantine station ni memang dikhususkan untuk traveller sahaja. So tidak akan dibuka kepada orang lain. Jadinya kamu tidak boleh berlegar-legar di hotel, pergi ke swimming pool, contohnya ke gym, enggak bisa yang itu. So harusnya duduk di dalam bilik sahaja sehingga tempoh kuarantin selesai. And then apabila result PCR itu pun negatif, then you akan dibenarkan, dia akan diberikan satu surat, kita panggil discharge letter macam something like that. Bawa surat itu untuk kembali ke kampus untuk mengesahkan yang kamu telah bebas daripada COVID dan tidak ada jangkitan dan sebagainya lah. Tetapi sebaliknya sekiranya during the PCR test terbukti kamu positif, makanya kamu harus menjalani proses kuarantin di CSC. CSC is our quarantine center lah. Dan seterusnya akan terus dihantar pulang.
Baik, terima kasih Bu Zeti dan Pak Fadil. Mungkin saya juga mau menggarisbawahi untuk teman-teman. Jadi yang sudah dijelaskan oleh Bu Zeti dan Pak Fadil tadi itu proses untuk kuarantinnya pada saat di negara Malaysia. Karena kan ada berbagai macam negara yang mempunyai ketentuan yang berbeda-beda. Jadi mungkin itu bisa menambah informasi untuk teman-teman. Baik, jadi itu untuk info kuarantin. Mungkin untuk teman-teman masih ada yang mau bertanya secara langsung atau lewat chat box juga nggak apa-apa. Oke.
So yang ada di sini sudah ada yang datang ke Malaysia.
Gimana teman-teman?
Sudah.
Ramai nih.
Saya sudah sekali cuma ke Legoland.
Legoland. Sudah
Hari
sampai
Jumaat.
Johor.
Sudah sampai ke Johor.
Saya pun tak nak pergi Legoland lagi.
Nggak menginap, cuma main aja.
Oke. Berapa hari di Johor?
1.
Oh, 1.
1 hari?
Datang Legoland je?
Travelingnya 1 hari je?
Iya.
Karena
mengunjungi keluarga di Singapura, jadi ke Johor sehari.
Oh, oke.
So, selebihnya di Singapura.
Iya.
Tentang makanan semua jangan risau ya. Makanan kita semua lebih kurang sama je. Tak ada masalah. Senang. Makanan halal di semua tempat rata-rata ada makanan halal. Jangan risau.
Ada sesiapa yang berjaya dalam turut serta dalam program ISMA?
Apakah ada ya teman-teman di sini yang ikut program ISMA?
Nggak ada ya? ISMA?
Iya, sebenarnya di room ini belum ada.
Nggak ada.
Oh, oke.
Baik. 21 ya, sudah waktunya wrap up. Mungkin dari Pak Seti, Pak Fadil dan Ibu Seti, apakah ada closing statement untuk
Dr. Fadil, silakan dulu.
Okey. Itu terlebih dahulunya saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih lah daripada pihak-pihak ITS, pelajar-pelajar yang sudi mendengar briefing daripada kami. So diharapkan kami dapat menarik minat anda semua untuk datang ke UTM. Bukan tak semestinya untuk datang belajar, datang di Malaysia untuk jumpa kami, melawat saja pun tak ada masalah. Bukan untuk belajar semata-mata, bukan untuk daftar belajar pun tak ada masalah lah. Kita datang nak santai-santai, nak melawat UTM pun boleh saja, tak ada masalah, kami sedia menerima. Itu saja daripada saya.
Baik, dari Ibu Seti boleh menambahkan?
Okey, sama seperti Dr. Fadil, saya pun berterima kasih kepada semua, especially to the ITS committee yang khususnya terdiri daripada kan Pak Wahyu seorang, Mas Wahyu, sorry, masih muda lagi Mas Wahyu. Mas Wahyu seorang je yang bertugas di International Office, sementara yang lainnya pelajar kan, volunteer. So good job you guys, dan seperti yang Dr. Fadil maklumkan tadi, boleh datang, boleh arrange for academic visit, ataupun di UTM kami panggil sebagai Global Outreach Program, di mana kamu datang khusus untuk visit universiti sahaja, dan kami akan bawa kamu bersiar-siar di universiti dan juga certain tempat peranginan ataupun bersejarah di dalam negeri Johor. Paling tidak pun mungkin 4 days memadai, sudah mencukupi untuk kamu berjalan sekitar Johor. So nggak perlu student exchange program, but you can also plan academic visit. Ziarah universiti, okay?
Boleh rancang bersama teman-teman.
Hope to see you soon lah. Sebelum habis kuliah, maybe boleh plan for academic visit to UTM dan boleh utus email kepada kami, kita boleh aturkan untuk anda semua. Alright.
Baik, terima kasih Pak Fadil dan Bu Seti. Ini kalau saya boleh bilang tuh termasuk universitas yang idaman lah untuk exchange. Semoga nanti program-programnya mahasiswa ITS banyak yang tertarik. Dari kemarin juga banyak sih yang mendaftarkan diri. Jadi semoga ya mungkin bertambah banyak tahun-tahun selanjutnya. Oke. Pak Fadil dan Bu Seti. Mungkin untuk teman-teman semua juga terima kasih sudah menyimak dengan baik. Untuk Karisya juga sudah bertanya, mungkin teman-teman di sini boleh kembali ke main room untuk penutupan. Terima kasih Pak Zeti dan Pak Fadil dan Bu Zeti juga kembali ke main room.
Terima kasih Nur.
Ya, sama-sama Ibu. Silakan kembali ke main room teman-teman semua.
And
yes, I'm Angie, volunteer of ITS.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, Angie.
Hi, Ms. Hua. How are you?
Yeah. So we have students here.
Yeah, we have some students here that curious about your university and your program.
Okay.
In this breakout room, we will like Q&A session too, but they can ask more specific about your university or your program.
Yes, questions are welcomed. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I will start first, Ms. Wang, for open this discussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
hello. Okay, thank you, Ms. Wang. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you all for being in this breakout room. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Angie, as a volunteer of ITS Global Engagement, and will be your moderator for this session. And thank you so much, Ms. Wang. We are grateful to you're willing for share with us about Dalian University of Technology and also the programs. And in the previous session, you already get insights about the Dalian University of Technology and the opportunities to join programs. So for the next 20 minutes, you can ask more detail about the questions to Ms. Wang, of course, and the programs of the university. And please don't hesitate to convey about anything you think still unclear or your curiosity about the university and the program. Okay, without any further ado, you can ask the question by using the raise hand feature, or you can ask in by chat Zoom. You can use the format name _NRP_question. And I believe this is a rare opportunity to talk directly from the representatives for the university. So for all participants, you can deliver your questions now. Once again, you can ask directly by using the raise hand feature, or you can ask by using the chat Zoom. Oh, I see 2 people already raised their hand to ask a question. Maybe I will choose the Ideala. Please deliver your question to Ms. Wang.
Okay.
Hello, Ideala.
Yes.
Hello, Ideala. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Adila Fadi Aditya from Mathematics Batch 2020. I have several questions to Ms. Wang for DUT. For the first, my first question is there anybody friend that will help us to survive in Dalian or to help us filling the documents or to adapt with the culture in DUT? For the second question is, for the scholarship that is offered by DUT, is that a package as long as we pass as the international students, or we have to enroll separately after we pass to as the international student? And
Okay.
yes.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. And the third question will be, is it okay to take a course crossing the faculty or department? And I think that's enough for my question. Is that understandable?
Okay. Yes. Hi, Adela.
Yes.
And yes, I'm writing down your questions. So first is about, you mean the partner to help you to adjusting the university life, right? I would say yes, because once you apply to come to DUT, so there is one school in our university called the School of International Education. The School of International Education is a individual, independent school. Okay, so the teachers, staff, and students in this school will help you. Okay, to do your, we can say, application process, your transformation from the airport to our campus, such like that. And also they will show you to the dining hall, the dormitory of the campus. So you definitely will have the partner. Okay. And for the second question is about the scholarship. So you must notice that from the slides I was sharing, the scholarships was sponsored by two organizations. First is the Ministry of Education of China, the government, okay? And the second is by DUT, by us, okay? So we can say the Ministry of Education of China will give you the living allowance. And for us, if you meet the conditions, we will give you the one round international travel fees. Means you can fly from Indonesia to China, and then you can fly from China to Indonesia. These two flights once, okay? And also the free accommodation. So these are the two parts. And how to apply for this scholarship? So first, you have to be the exchange student, which means you have to apply the regular exchange program. Do I make myself clear? So you have to be the regular exchange student. Then me and also the staff from the international office will check your materials, check your grades, check your, personal statement, and we will apply the scholarships for you. Okay, so you don't have to do anything else. You just have to apply for the exchange program. Then we will apply this for you. But I have to say, the Ministry of Education of China will determine, okay? They will decide whether you can get the scholarship or not, okay? So if you get the scholarship from the Ministry of China, the Ministry of Education of China, then we can give you the DUT scholarship. It's 1+1, okay? And for the third question, I'm sorry, I didn't write it down.
I think I can please my question. The third is it okay to take courses across the department or across the faculty?
Oh, definitely. So, so are you undergraduate students or?
Graduate.
Yes. So if you are the undergraduate students, you must apply a major. Okay, you must apply a major. So when you give us your application materials, we will assign you to the, we can say, the specific department and the specific school. For example, if your major is chemical engineering, so we will assign you to our School of Chemical Engineering. So you can take courses there. And the courses will be taught in English. Okay. And also maybe you can choose to learn some Chinese courses at the, say, in the part-time. So the School of International Education, they will have the Chinese courses. Okay, that's all for my answering. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. That's enough. Thank you, Mr. Wang.
Thank you, Adela. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wang, for the answer and for Adela for asking. And we moving on to the next person as well, which is Satria. Maybe you can deliver a question.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, also, Ms. Wang. My name is Satria Surya Prana with my student ID 5025 11073 from the Department of Informatics. Actually, my question is already been asked from Adiela, but I also have one more additional question, which is I don't know, I feel this anxiety in me that I think that maybe I could not blend in with the people in DUT, and also do I really need to be fluent in Chinese to to get some friends, and also to be able to live my daily life, like going to the supermarket or ordering some food? Do I need to be fluent in Chinese, or I can use English just regularly? Maybe that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Satria. Can I call you Satria?
Yes, you may
I'm
call
sorry,
me.
I don't know if my pronunciation is correct or not. Okay. Hello, Satria. Thank you for your question. What can I say? It's very common for you to think like that, because you've never come to China, right?
Actually, I've been to China once, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
which
like,
city?
I actually went to Harbin in the winter.
Oh, Harbin is the north of China.
Yeah,
it's very cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
Very cold in winter, and we can say very hot in summer.
Oh, I haven't been there in summer though.
Oh, very cold, extremely cold. Okay, go ahead. Oh, yes. So I can say, just like I said, there is one school in DUT called the School of International Education. So all the international students here will be like I say, organized and take care by this school. So you don't have to be worried about you have no friends, because all the teachers there and all the students there will help you to adjust the campus life. And also you will live in the international students dormitory, or the PhD student dormitory, which means the environment will be good. Yes, and also there are cafeteria, supermarkets inside of the dormitory. So it's okay for you to speak English. And actually, everyone in campus can speak English. It's very common, so you don't have to speak Chinese. Also, I think in DUT, English, Japanese, and Chinese are what we can say is you can use these 3 languages because some of our students are learning Japanese, so you don't have to be worried about that.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Ms. Wang.
You're welcome, and welcome to DUT in the future.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wang, for the answer again. And I wanted to remind you again, guys, you can ask directly by using the raise hand feature, or you can ask Ms. Wang. Just drop your question in the chat Zoom. Okay, while we're waiting for other question, I will ask you, Ms. Wang, using the question that were previously asked by the participant on the registration form. And okay, and the first question is, how about the study and DUT? Is it like offline or online during this pandemic?
We can say we use both methods, the offline and online teaching, we can say methods, or we'll use both of them, because some of the courses we have we can say some international students, because they cannot enter China, we can say enter the border of China just for now. So some courses we will use the online. Okay, and most of the courses we use the offline. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Wang. And I see Adila again raise her hand again. Maybe Adila, you can ask directly for Ms. Wang.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask these questions. First, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it mandatory to have Chinese language proficiency to apply the application as a student exchange, students?
Oh,
mandatory to have the proficiency certificate, I mean.
Oh, okay, I got it. Hi again, Adela. And I think you're asking the Chinese proficiency to apply for the exchange program, right? So I want to share the screen. Okay, I don't know if you can see here. So this is the fact sheet of our university. Here is the language certificate. So if you want to apply for the Chinese taught program, in the exchange program, so you have the majors related to science, engineering, economics, need to provide transcript with a score of 180 or more in the new HSK level 4. So this is the standard here. And also, if your majors are related to humanities, foreign languages, you need to provide a score of 180 or more in the new HSK level 5. So yes, these are the standards. But you can also apply for the English taught program. This is we can say most of applicants are apply for this English taught program. And we accept the we can say the transcript other than TOEFL or IELTS. You can see from here. So you can also use the language certificate issued by the high school instead. Okay. And also, I have also sent this fact sheet to the global engagement of ITS, so you can see and check.
We will upload in the website during this week, because the last time I put based on the order of the deadline of the program. So for your student program will be uploaded by this week. I already scheduled it. Yeah, I already received your email as well. Thank you for Miss Han Fang who already introduced me to you, so I can connect to you for the program. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wang. Okay, and I see there's no question, but I will ask you from the registration form. And I think this question is one of the exchange students consider about it. Like, does your university provide a healthcare facility, or do we have to get health insurance on our own?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we need the health insurance. Okay, let me share it again. Let me check. Insurance here. Well, we can say if students already have international insurance, please provide the related documents. We can say certification. If not, please buy insurance upon arrival. We can say 300 RMB for 1 semester or the 500 RMB for 1 year. Here, you can see from here.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wang. Very clear. Okay, and one last question, I think, for Ms. Wang. There is, what are some unique cultures in your country that usually cause culture shock to foreigners or for student exchange?
Oh, you mentioned the culture shock, right? I think you don't have to be worried about this on campus because, just like I said, we have established the relationship with more than 260 universities in the whole world. So each year, many students from the different countries came to our university from like Africa and also Turkey, Israel. So many culture so I don't think that will be a problem for you. I think it's quite international. It's an international campus. Yes. So also, if you have problem, if you meet the problem, if you meet the trouble, you can contact me, and also you can contact the School of International Education, and they have staff to solve this kind of problems.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Wang, for the answer, and I hope we can get the opportunity very soon to visit Dalian University, to be an exchange student, of course. And unfortunately, the time for the session has ended. Okay, maybe this is the last question from Adelia. Is the detailed regulation are accessible? Maybe Ms. Wang can share the link to participant.
I'm sorry. So now we oh no. Sorry, I forgot. We have the link. Okay, please wait. Okay, please wait.
Okay, it's okay. It's well.
Okay. Okay, here's the link. Yes, can anybody see? Yes.
Yeah, yes, I can see it.
It's our English website.
Okay, everyone maybe can check the link for the detailed information. And because this session has ended, thank you for your enthusiasm. We are very sorry for the participants who doesn't have the chance to ask your question. Once again, time is already in this situation. Maybe you can ask directly via email or any media to Dalian University of Technology. Maybe before closing, Ms. Wong, do you have something to add for closing statement?
Okay, just want to say thank you again for inviting me for attending this session, and I am very happy to share the information and also introduce DUT to you. And also I'm leaving my email address here, so maybe you can, if you have any questions, you can email me. Okay, and I'm also hoping to see you maybe in Indonesia and also in China, in Dalian.
Okay, I'm really excited to meet you very soon. And you can just contact Ms. Wang via email to asking any question again for more detailed information. And dear participants, that's all from me as a moderator from my TSG, of course, for this session. Thank you very much. And I'm apologizing for any mistake and that I made during this session. And you can guys back to the main session. So you can leaving this breakout room and going to main session for the next agenda. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wang. Thank you all participants.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Angie. Thank you.
Jessica, hello. Yeah, we're waiting for the other group coming back. So I just would like to know, so Miss Annabelle, still the head of international, acting as the director of international office.
Yes, she is
still
the head in the national office. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean
the official head.
Okay, I mean, if later I can send the student to spring, I will I will send the gift to my student later in the spring.
Yes.
For you, for Marina, and also for Miss Annabelle, yeah, for supporting us in the past 7 years, yeah, for our partnership. You know that.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I remember partnership, I always remind to Julia.
Yeah.
She's starting initiative in Indonesia. And she's the one at that time. So that's why I always have many pictures with her, but I always tears when I saw her photo. So that's, but at least you're still here.
We miss her a lot, and she was great.
Yeah. I'm also glad you still manage this program. I mean, it's the piece just still you from the 2015, I guess. Yes, they never changed to anyone. Okay, everyone already here, Pak Fadil and also Bu Zeti. Yeah, I hope Pak Fadil, Bu Zeti, also Frau Jessica, and also Miss Wang, you have nice stuff in the breakout room. Yeah, just this is for example. Yeah, how our student is asking the question to all of you, and I hope you can accommodate to their question. Okay, Nur, maybe proceed for the closing.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Wahyu and all of the representatives here. I am joining in UTM just before, and it was very fun. I hope that everyone had fun too in your breakout rooms. Okay, so we are all back here. I want to greatly appreciate in the photo session. I will go back to the committee. Are you already okay? So the gifts, here is the gifts from us. Okay. Okay, so for the first, we have the certificate of appreciation for Hochschule Darmstadt University of Applied Science. Thank you very much for attending our event today. And here's the gift from us. We will send the certificate to you later. Thank you. Next one. Okay, so next is for Universiti Teknologi Malaysia or UTM. It was very a great honor to meet you here. And this is the certificate to Bu Zeti and Pak Fadil. Thank you very much. Okay, next is the certificate of appreciation to Dalian University of Technology. Thank you for joining us today, Ms. Wang Rengki. It was a very great pleasure to meet you here. Thank you very much. Okay. Now that we have finished all of our agenda today, I also want to thank all the participants for your presence and enthusiasm. And also, please don't forget to fill out the feedback form so we can improve our future events. We would greatly appreciate it if you give us honest feedback. So the link is being shared by our committee right now in the chat box. Okay, I will remind you again that filling the attendance and feedback form are requirements to get stamp for it, and each link will be closed 30 minutes after being shared. Okay, finally, thank you very much for today. It was a very informative event that gave.
Yeah, and maybe don't forget to promote. We have 2 days to go for the closed recruitment or open recruitment of volunteer of ITS Scholar Engagement.
Okay,
if you want to be part of us.
Oke, so teman-teman semua di sini jangan lupa untuk mendaftarkan diri sebagai volunteer supaya bisa jadi kayak aku dan teman-teman komite di sini. Jadi tinggal demin 1. Jadi teman-teman nggak apa-apa, masih ada waktu. Silahkan teman-teman persiapkan diri teman-teman untuk mendaftarkan diri jadi volunteer. Ayo ditunggu ya teman-teman semua.
Oke,
terima kasih Mas. Oke, jadi thank you very much for today. It was a very informative event. I hope to see all of you again in our next event. We hope after this that you'll be much more motivated to participate in events like this. Okay, I'm Nur, one of the volunteer of ITS Global Engagement Office, and also as your Master of Ceremony, representing all communities on duty today. I'd like to apologize for any inconvenience that happened during this session. Once again, thank you very much for your participation and see you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sesha dan Kisha. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you semua student volunteers.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tika. Thank you, Ms. Wang. Thank you, Pak Fadil.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I will end the meeting. Yeah, I will end the meeting in 3, 2, 1, go. Bye-bye, everyone.